Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. While the timeless purity of analog synths is easily cloned, dated sounding cheese dispensers based on crude samples and proprietary digital tech can still be protected by earthly laws. Speaking of which, today we are going to talk about Roland D-05. This 2017 limited edition boutique synth is, roided-up V-Synths and Roland's very own cloud plugin aside, the only way to recreate the late 80s flavor of the iconic D-50. And the question is not if someone could make a cheap copy of this instrument, the question is whether they should. At the first glance, these boxes are far too small to get ticked, based on what is probably among Roland's top 5 obscure tech buzzwords: digital circuit behavior, the D-05 provides you with authentic reproductions of presets like Fantasia, the eye-wateringly beautiful soundtrack, and of course the Enya PTSD-inducing Pizza Go-Go. It's true, before Roland got lazy and started carving questionable takes on classic synths from their Zen Core black box, they meticulously emulated the inner workings of the D-50, warts and all, as long as you don't switch to the subtle high-resolution clear mode. We are deep in Reagan-era territory. The engine still revolves around the LA synthesis paradigm, which is basically a bunch of lo-fi samples, mainly for the attack phase of a patch, and what appears to be an early take on virtual analog. According to my favorite conspiracy theory, this seemingly subtractive sound generator is nothing but a Casio CC-style phase distortion synth. But I digress. The samples can't be filtered. These so-called partials can be combined to a tone in 7 different configurations, some of them including ring modulation. And 2 of these tones make up a patch, which can be sweetened with a pretty decent FX unit and an EQ. There is basic bitimbrality, including layers and splits, happily munching on the 16 voices of Polyphony. This would immediately feel familiar to old-school D-50 aficionados if it wasn't for the almost comically miniaturized UI of the little boutique. The tiny display gives you even less information on what's going on than the original. The minuscule joystick is a farce, audio connectivity and USB ports are subpar, and having to use a magnifying glass and a pair of tweezers adds nicely to the already cryptic workflow with its complex envelopes hidden in deep menus. The ribbon controllers are gimmicky, but the polyphonic sequencer is a nice addition. Most D-50 players were preset users anyway, so Roland's generosity to include all factory patches and expansion cards is more than welcome. And your old patches and hardware programmers are fully compatible. As mentioned before, the D-05 was released as a limited edition, and while the instrument used to be prohibitively expensive before the recent synth market crash, you can find it for somewhat reasonable prices at the moment. Roland's boutique D-50 gives you classic, albeit not so timeless patches even their top-shelf workstations can't provide. Is it a sought-after collector's item or just a nostalgic toy? You have already heard D-05 in today's intro tune, dramatic like an early 90s film student's project. I wanna know if we can squeeze some less cliched tones from the tiny cheddar shredder. Plot thickens. While the little joystick is an insult, I appreciate the nerdy face distortion-like flavor, and throwing in one of the iconic presets never hurt anybody. Programming sounds on the D-50 is a PITA, and it's even worse on the little Boutique. Let's do it anyway and throw in a few jams from the extended factory content. At least it sounds better than granular. Crafting patches from scratch without an editor is possible but not recommended, and definitely get a decent MIDI controller instead of the crappy Boutique keyboard. Time to take the D-05 back to its comfort zone and create the song stuck on repeat on a broken Laserdisc emulator while a traveling Y2K bug spray salesperson is flirting with a replicant working for Frutiger Aeronautics in a liminal hotel bar right next to Nakatomi Plaza. Roland Boutique D-05 is the most convenient way to add the original 80s cheese sauce to a spouse-friendly DAWless buffet. It sounds authentic, the design language works great in that form factor, and it is an intriguing hybrid between a novelty toy and a real instrument. However, operating the little synth beyond the usual preset maxing is frustrating, and the cloud version is certainly the better option for actual sound design. When ordering this Boutique D-05, I didn't expect buyer's remorse to hit so early, but if Roland re-released it as an even less usable IRA compact version, I would still try to get one immediately. Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below to support the channel regardless of what your gas commands you to buy.